This is the continuation of an episode. If you want to get caught up, click the playlist annotation at the top of the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. By the way, audience, RP points are great fun. They are, RP points are basically a fun little tool that I added in at my table. It's actually not a part of Dungeon World, the game that we're playing. And by the way, you can always find out more about Dungeon World at dungeon-world.com. But it's a game that is like D&D, but just a lot lighter, a lot simpler, but a lot more story-rich. So instead of rolling dice all the time for every little thing, we use the story to determine how we're doing. In any case, Trinket is slowly turning purple, so we better go back to that. But Samel is our Black Death lute player. Is it lute? Did you play or? Yeah, lute, right? Not pipes. Lute, yeah. She's our Black Death lute player. And Samel has an RP point up now, and you can see that because of her blue bar. Anyway, Trinket is slowly turning purple. What is everyone doing right now? Cordiana, what are you doing? Oh, Cordiana's unmuted. Sorry about that. Let me skip you while you take care of whatever you're taking care of.
Thank you.
And I'll go over to Cassia. Cassia, what are you doing?
Clearly this beast is evil, so let's see. Cassia doesn't put up with evil whatsoever, so she's gonna head straight, ignore the rock golems and head straight for the wiggly thing to try to jump on him and crush his head. So she's gonna just start taking off at a run towards him. Okay, and he goes, "Oh no, don't hurt me, I just had my hair and nails done." He has no hair and very nasty nails. And he says... Disgusting beast. And so you go ahead and attack him, click hack and slash for that. Click on your token, click hack and slash. We have some battle music up to accompany the fact. You guys also notice that there are some other wizards beginning to gather in the doorway of the entry hall to the convention center. Excellent. That's a 10 plus. You not only get to deal your damage, so for your damage, whatever your damage is right on your PDF, and it doesn't have to, it's not per weapon, it's just your character. And I think for you, a paladin is, I think, a 1d10, but I could be wrong. D10, yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and click the D10 on the bottom on the macro bar to get your damage that you do to that particular golem.
Do I need to add a modifier of any kind?
Nope, just damage.
Okay. Just submit. Oh.
Okay. Not a lot of damage there. But that's
maybe I
all right.
stepped on one of his wiggly things.
Yeah, so what you do... Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's what you do. That's exactly what you do. With the noise that I just made that you could have... If you could, that's what you do.
Poor Trinket is choking to death.
Oh, poor Trinket. We'll get to you in just a minute. She'll be dead. Samel, you see that Trinket is turning quite blue at this point, and this guy has not released his hold. And actually, I put the points on the wrong beast there. Sorry about that.
Does he have a little HP bar now or something?
I'm about to whip it up.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're getting there, honey.
I'm just kidding.
Don't die. Anyway, and his hold has lessened a little bit, Trinket, so you can get a little bit of air because he was attacked so fiercely by Cassia. But otherwise, yeah. So Mel, Cassia and Trinket are fighting with this golem. There's a stone golem that's just following up behind you, and Cordiana is facing down a stone golem as well too. What are you doing?
Well, since Trinket is getting choked by some dude, I'm not about to let that happen. Yeah. Should probably try to stop him. I'm trying to think.
You have a move that you can do as a bard, which is really fun. Let me look it up for you. I believe it's called...
Can I play like a song he really doesn't like
Yes.
over and over again until he's just like, man, I hate that song, and just gives up? Like, it just ruins his whole mood, and he's just like, man, I'm not trying to do this right now.
Here you go, Darian. You can, this is one of a spell of yours. I mean, a move of yours. It's called Arcane Art. And you can see it there in the chat room. When you weave a performance into a basic spell, choose an ally and an effect. So I'll have you, so you have 4 effects that you can choose from based on how you roll. So first of all, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your charisma modifier. So click on the 2d6 down below and then add your charisma modifier in the box that pops up. And I just realized that my macro bar.
If you need an ally, I have a poison that can double your strength. So if I can touch you, then it'll double your attack.
I'm going to ask my deity to help with the attack.
Okay. So you rolled an 11 there. That's a fantastic roll. So that means that you can choose one of these 4 things. On a 10 plus, the ally gets the selected effect. What would you like, and who are you trying to help? Samel.
Well, I was trying to help Trinket since she's being choked by Dude McGee over here.
Okay, and which effect did you choose out of that list? There's 4 of them. Heal this list right here. Heal 1d8 damage, 1d forward. Do you see the list that I'm talking about here?
Let me see. Heal.
Yeah, scroll
damage.
up. Oh yeah, you can see it.
Times 1. I guess the damage one, so 1d4.
D forward to damage. Okay. So Trinket, the next time you roll, you'll get 1d forward. That means basically that you get... Let me double check this just to make doubly sure on forwards. But I'm pretty sure that means... And for those of you guys who are watching who know Dungeon World very well, if I get this wrong, let me know over in comments down below or at Reddit. Forward. I believe that forward means that you get it until you're done with this particular battle. I think that's correct. So that's what we'll do. Girl power! Okay,
with the
Cassia,
mind shaken of enchantment, would that unchoke her, or is that not an enchantment?
She's not under an enchantment. Yeah, she's just being good old-fashioned choked. Okay, so Trinket, you now have 1d forward to damage until this particular battle is done. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah. Samel is playing at her pipes. Samel, describe what you're playing right now.
Out of my loot? Well...
Out of your loot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Your loot.
Yeah. I kind of am getting a vibe out of this guy, and I'm trying to get an impression of what song he just really doesn't want to hear. So I'm going to play that, and he's not going to like it. He's going to be slightly annoyed, and it's going to be great.
And, yeah, hey Siri, you put that in the wrong chat. Put it in Roll20 chat.
Wouldn't it be out of character, though?
Yeah, in Roll20, all you have to do is just type as yourself or type OOC, or if that doesn't work, I forget what the command is.
I'll type as myself, because the OOC was messing up earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't working, but if you put it in the group chat, I won't be able to see it. Just type, or you can just type the words, you can just type this, and then we'll know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, because I don't know why OOC isn't working, and I'll work it out later. In any case, okay, so Trinket, would you like to try and make an attack on this guy? As a thief, you have several different attacks that you can do, or you can just describe what you do.
Okay, I want to, as my arms are flailing about, I want to try and grab the dagger I have stuck in my sleeve so I can stab him in the wrist to let me go.
Okay, go ahead and do it. All you have to do is say that you do that and describe how you do it. So you take that dagger and you go into his wrist. I want you to roll hack and slash. Click on your token and roll hack and slash. And while you're doing that, Cordiana is yelling to this particular gremlin, and he's just like, "Oh, oh, ow, you're hurting, as if he doesn't even recognize that he's hurting you. Cordiana, he recognizes your yell, and he says, "I will tell them to back off if you, and then he kind of pauses like he can't figure out what he wants you guys to do.
What do you want me to do?
He says, and then right as he's trying to decide, from the door of the convention center enters a beautiful man. He is shockingly, it's as if he takes your breath away. This man.
Ooh.
He is about 5'6" tall.
Oh, a tall man.
You know, but you can tell that he's 5'6" tall only because he's wearing boots, platform boots, that put at least 3 inches on him.
You're the tallest halfling I've ever seen.
think Prince, like circa 1987 or so. Yeah. And in fact, he looks kind of like Prince. Caramel skin, white blonde hair, braided in a beautiful braid, where he's taken his hair has been braided into all these small braids, and then that's been braided into this big French braid. It goes down his back, down to his lovely, tight buttocks. He opens his mouth, and he has a smile that literally twinkles. Like, he walks over and he says, "Mr. Bun Bun."
Bun Bun. Bun Bun. What did you do?
I just want the audience to know. You guys might be thinking like, "Wow."
Some horror.
It's
rabbit.
like Easter. Yeah, it's like some sort of twisted rabbit Easter golem thing. Easter gremlin thing. And he walks over to you and he says, "Mr. Bun Bun! Mr. Bun Bun! What are you doing?" And his voice, even though I sound like this, even though part of your mind recognizes that it comes out and it sounds odd, harsh, when it hits your ears, by the time it travels through the airwaves, it's melodious, sweet, like the most wonderful, delicious rosé wine going down your throat, through your ear hole, and back out again. That sounded weird.
It did sound a little weird, but it's okay.
And Bun Bun turns completely green, like literally, his whole body turns green, and the golems stand immediately still, stock still. He turns to the golems and he says, "Stand down," and he goes like this with some movement of his arm, and the golems freeze. They freeze. Cordiana, this is very lucky, because one golem was getting very close to you, to the point where you were unsure if it was going to either kiss you gently or smack you with its club. It was unable to tell. It was hard to tell. This wonderful man, I'm going to now whip up a token for this man who has entered your midst. And I'm also going to turn off our... I now need music that be like this man's theme music. I would love to, and if copyright allowed me to play that, because this is going on YouTube,
You need
I
like
would.
some like
Hot
knockoff
flash
version of it.
If we sing it terribly, then I think we'll be able to get past copyright.
Magenta rain.
Let me see what I can find. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just searching for. I'm sorry. We need. Ooh. I hope this won't get me. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go.
So excited.
This is good. You guys are gonna like this. Hold on a second. Let me just. Where'd it go? There we go. So this is like some cheesy music that is this guy's theme music now. Okay. So it's interesting. As he comes out and he addresses our now green gremlin, who, by the way, has released his hold on you now, Trinket. It had loosened up slowly, but the minute that this wizard came out of the building, his hold just snapped off of you. So you did not take any damage besides just being winded and somewhat upset. Let's get this music going here.
Can I talk to this new guy?
You can do so after I'm done jamming.
I feel like I need a little bit more Velvedon.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to turn this, keep this on whenever he's on the screen. You can talk to him, and by the way, let's put in Mr. Bun Bun. Now, this man walks out, and he says what he says, and the stone golems freeze. What do you ladies do?
Hi there, sir. Hi. We're actually some of the performers here for the dance-off background, and someone must have misplaced our pesky performer pass on the way.
Darian's having an orgasm.
Maybe you could show us a little thing or two backstage. My stupid cat, get out of here!
Your cat just totally cock-blocked you right there.
Cocked blocked by the kitties. I just love it. Darian's is like totally orgasming in the corner. I'm sorry, I mean Samel. Samel's just over there like, yes, and he gives you a twinkling look, Samel. He hears you. And then he turns back to Maggie. You're the one who addressed him? Yeah. And he turns back and he says, "Oh, you are the band." And then he waves the stone golems away, and they wake up and they shamble off to this part of the island. And this island's pretty big, so it takes a while for them to shamble. But you see them shambling off over the ridge and on. Then the gremlin says, "Master," and he says, "Mr. Bun Bun, what is all this nonsense?" And he says, "These good ladies say they are part of the music." And he says, "I do not recall there being anyone else besides Mr. Bertie Botts and his big band." And he says, "Well, I can't explain it, your good sir, but," and he says, "How many times have I told you not to call me sir, Bun Bun? I'm sorry, Awesome, Mr. Awesome. Thank you." And then he turns and he says, "Yes, he's not only calling me my honorific, ladies. He is also calling me by my name." And then he whips his cloak, which is suddenly, you notice, goes from gray to a deep dark purple. He whips it around. It's velvet with a satin lining. It is gorgeous. You know, think like something between something Zorro would wear, Darth Vader would wear, you know, and like the richest, most sumptuous prince ever.
Well,
like a
that's
cross
a lot of
between
fabric.
Darth Vader, Prince Charming, and whoever else I just said. Anyway,
That's a
And he's-
prolific cloak there, sir. That's yards and yards and yards of fabric.
he says, "I personally created the silkworms which made it." And then he goes like this, and he says, "Splendiferous! Awesome! At your service!"
Hi, I'm Trinket. It's lovely to meet someone who's got as much flair as I do.
I play lute. Hi.
And he turns to you and he says, "I heard your dulcet tones earlier." And then he reaches over and he touches a gentle finger runs it along your cheek. And then he reaches over and he says, "Perhaps you will have to play something for me later." But he says, and he looks at Cordiana and he looks at you, Trinket, and Cassia. And he looks at you, Cassia, with kind of a flat look. Like, you don't know what to make of this guy. And Cordiana as well, he says, "Your hair is to rival mine."
We must compare our beauty products someday.
So, you have heard of my face cream, have you?
I have it. It's all the rage back in my hometown.
Well, and you are much too beautiful a woman to have needed any of but a drop even.
Oh, but you yourself, it's like you are kissed by the gods themselves.
He said literally, and then he turns around. back to on. He says, "Well, I see that though you are not on any guest list," and then he says, "Mr. Bun Bun, the guest list," and Mr. Bun Bun manufactures out of the air a clipboard that's diamond studded, and a little pen that he takes out from behind his ear, which suddenly appears, and he goes, "Let's see, the janitors are here, check. Big band is here, check. The naughty maids for the midnight show are here, check. No, they're not." And then he says, "Wait a minute," and he shows the clipboard, and all of a sudden, writing is appearing on the clipboard, and it says, and then he turns to you all, and he says, the good band of, and what's your band name? He turns to you and he says, "Ladies, since I don't seem to have you on the list, your band name?"
Not fingers.
What'd you say?
Silken gloves. Silken gloves.
Silken gloves. Okay.
Yeah. What she
And
said.
that's good. And that keeps and by the way, I just did I love generators. They're fantastic. So here's a little fun generator. If any of these interest you.
Ooh, right condition.
Pretty puzzle.
Okay. So we'll call you Pretty Puzzle and the Ripe Conditions. Excuse me, I'm sorry to cough into the mic. Okay. And he says,
Oh my
"Well,
goodness.
that one moment, please. That." And then all of a sudden, as you say the words, Cordiana, the words appear like magic on the list. And he says, "Ah, I see you right here." And he points a finger at the list and he says, "Excellent. Bun Bun, escort the ladies into the room. Give them sweet and then the gremlin reaches over and whispers furiously in his ear, yes, a sweet A7. Sweet A7. And Mr. Bun Bun says, "Please, follow me." And when he says follow me, his eyes flash.
As we're leaving, I want to reach into his cloak and try and pickpocket him.
Okay, go ahead.
He's clearly got some good magic stuff in there. So 2d6?
Yeah, let's see what your pickpocket move is. I think it's a thief move.
Yeah.
Just gotta remember what it is.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? So I'm gonna roll 2d6, and I should have a +2 modifier.
Yeah, and actually, hold on a second. Backstab, flexible morals, poison, attract, exert. I'm gonna, tricks of the trade is for picking locks. Oh, or pockets. Never mind. Let me shut up. I can read.
Okay, so I got
Excellent. 9. So, on a 7 to 9. Okay, awesome.
Damn it!
So you reach your hand into his pocket, and audience, I'm going to go over here to RPG Solo again, and I'm going to try and get an idea as to what could happen here. So I'm going to use, I'm going to go over here to my custom list of GM moves, and I'm going to click on it and see what I can come up with. That's not.
Maybe he'll notice and start giving me kisses.
That's a good idea too. I'm gonna take this one, audience, or actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I might give her 2 options. You go ahead and you start to reach your hand into his pocket. Once you get your hand in there, you notice that his pocket is oddly, it must be a magical pocket because it contains so many different things in there. One of which slides over your wrist, up your hand, and into your shirt. You don't even know what it is. It could be a snake, a worm, a big worm, or something like that. It climbs into your shirt and right down into your bra, or whatever you're holding to keep your chest in place.
My bodice, yeah, sure.
Your bodice, thank you. And it slides right down into your bodice. He seems to make no notice of this. And this thing climbs down underneath your left boob and tucks in. he makes no other notice. This thing is there, and you can do what you want to do. Trinkets. So trinkets, you slowly reach into the folds of your cloak, and you feel around for this thing, and the Splendiferous Awesome gives you a quick look. And because the rest of the party have gone inside, and you're still messing around in your bra. What do you want to do?
Oh God, sorry. Sometimes these things are just so uncomfortable. You know.
It wiggles around underneath. When you try and grab it, it's very fast.
Oh
And
God.
it wiggles around underneath your right bra. I mean your right boob.
It's just ow. Traveling so long. Ow! Get out of there.
So even though you two, the other women, have gone inside, any of you can choose to go back outside and decide if you want to get her to follow you or what do you want to do. The gremlin has gone ahead and he's like, follow me, ladies. Clip, clip.
I'm still hitting on Splendiferous Awesome, right?
Yes. Splendiferous Awesome is watching you with great interest.
I was just wondering, it's so tricky to get these things. Could you maybe loosen the strings of my bodice from behind? I know it's terribly forward.
He gets, his teeth gleam again. He's like a walking Colgate commercial. And his teeth gleam again, and he looks at you and he says, oh, but with pleasure. With pleasure. And he walks behind you, and he doesn't, I don't even know how he does it, but he waves his hand over you, and your bodice comes completely loose.
Sure.
The thing...
Go ahead.
So you, now, the thing sensing your body... Oh, Jessa, don't do it. I'm gonna do it. I need to start putting a warning at the beginning of these that this is not a kid's show.
Oh God. I'm scared.
Because a lot, I think some younger people watch my channel, but mostly my main audience is women around my age, but which is
Cat.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, this thing, sensing that your bottom has loosened, flicks without a problem right down your pants. You are now standing with a loosened bottom.
Spend too much time in the capital. That's what happens.
A loosened bodice in your pants. I don't know what you're wearing for lower clothes. Cordiana has walked out.
Skirt, so the bodice would be loose, but I would still be covered.
Yes, you're covered. Yeah, you can hold the bodice up easily. And this thing, is basically just sort of, it's fast. And he says, are you experiencing a problem, madame? Splendiferous Awesome.
No, not a problem. Exactly.
This thing now climbs up your back and into your hair.
I just, and she like furiously starts taking out all of her parapins and just freaking out. She's not trying to be sexy. But she's like, come on!
So now I have to determine what this thing is that I just stuck down your pants.
Oh dear.
Hold on a second while I actually, you know what, let's end the episode here. I think this is a perfect place to end the episode, because we're coming up on 60 minutes now. So we're gonna end the episode here with an unknown being having climbed down Trinket's pants. Cordiana watching on. Cassia and Samel have walked into the building, and when I describe what you see in this building, woo boy, it's gonna be fun. But I want to thank you all for watching Crafts and Conquests and joining us for WizCon 2014. Hashtag that bad boy on Twitter, and tweet me at the Jessa channel, or tweet any of the women. Once again, we have Candace up on the screen here.
Yeah.
Candace, Darian, Maggie, Siri, and me, Jessa. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure and hit that thumbs up button below. Give me a thumbs up for recording with the halls in my mouth. Sick as a dog. And if you loved what you saw, join the party, the ever-growing party, and subscribe. I'll see you back here at WizCon 2014 in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let's turn up this jam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Commenting with Google Plus sucks. But commenting with Reddit is awesome. So head on over to Reddit and leave a comment on this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.